I have an idea to design something for this GoPro camera. I used to use this kind of a case on the GoPro, and it this would have trouble in the coolant. It wouldn't be able to hold up to the coolant. It would crack it somehow. Wherever there's stress on the case, the water-soluble coolants in these machines, I don't know what they do to this plexiglass type of material or this kind of plastic. We've had this same trouble on windows. On the machine tools, like the Haas mills used to come with this plexiglass windows, and where a screw hole went through the plastic, a crack would start, and it would just propagate down the windows, bunches of cracks, and you'd have to replace the windows every once in a while. I don't know if it's the property of acrylic, and it has to do with these kind of coolants that we use in machine tools nowadays, these water-soluble coolants. I think they have chlorines or something in the coolant that, I don't know what it does. It reacts with the plastic, and it cracks and see the hinge, I don't know if you can see this, but the hinges break on these GoPro mount, and the mounts broke completely off of this one here, and there's little cracks everywhere in the case. And I've gone through a number of these cases, and they just don't, there's little, I don't know if you can see the cracks right here around, because they're stressed from the clamping, the latch, you know, that you flip over and clamp these closed. Everywhere there's stress in this case, it causes cracks, and around these mounting ears where they used to be there, they've broken off. Where the you know, you'd mount it on a stand or tripod or whatever. And so, and also when I'm filming inside the machine, the coolant gets all over the lens cover here, and you can't see it. You got to continually clean it off. And so I want to make something for one of these cases that blows a fine stream of air basically across this, and it'll, the coolant will hit it, but it'll blow it off so we can see the image clearer, and it doesn't have this film of coolant on there and blur the picture. So I've designed an aluminum case, but the other day I called up one of the photography or camera stores here in Houston, asking if they had one of these cases because I needed another one, and they didn't have this one, but they had this black plastic one, and actually I like this case better, and I think it'll work better because the plastic is a different. Let me take the camera out. The plastic is a different kind of it's more of a flexible black. I don't know what kind of plastic this is. Like, it's almost like a ABS or something instead of this. I think this is kind of like some kind of acrylic or something, or I don't know, but this stuff doesn't hold up. And this, I haven't tried it yet, but it might be better. And it also came with this these little stickers to block this. There's a little window here in all GoPro cases for so that you can see this display right here. But it also has that tally light on there, and it blinks, and and if you're close up to your subject like what I do, it shows that red light flashing on there. And so they give you little stickers, and they're designed to stick on the outside of the case, but I stuck it on the inside here to cover that window. So there you see there's no more window through there, and so it'll block this display. I don't really need it to do what I do, and it blocks this little light that flashes on here. So the camera, you know, it goes in there the normal way, and this latches down. But this plastic seems to be a little more flexible, and possibly can withstand the coolant. We'll see about that. But I also want to make this device, and I think I could design it to where it's going to clamp around this lens bezel here, and probably off to the side here on the case, it can blow a jet of air across the case here, and keep the you know, the lens cover clean from coolant for the most part. Here's what I've come up with on the CAD software. This will be the whole assembly. If we take the cap off, what I call a cap, this is a shim that would control the slot of the air passage on through there, and this is the body of the part. There's less the clamp screw here. So this is the main piece, which over here would have a 1/8 inch MPT tapped hole right there, and the air would of course come through there and out this slot, and the clamp screw here would tie it, clamp it to the GoPro camera case right there. And the shim, like I said, would control the airflow through the slot where the air comes through on that. And then you have the cap and the screws to hold the cap down. So that's the idea. We'll see if this can work. Now this is the aluminum case that I've been designing to hold a GoPro camera. I haven't finalized on the back. I just rob a seal off the GoPro camera's case and use the seal that they have. I got to figure out the back and a hinging mechanism and the clamp to hold the back closed. But this would be the aluminum case, which actually would use the same bezel and everything, and lens cover bezel thing, I don't know what you call it, for the GoPro camera case. I just as well rob it off of one of my broken cases and use it. So that's my idea for the aluminum case so far. But this thing, okay, in reality would make if we take apart off all of these parts here, this makes a pretty ideal 5-axis milling part for the Integrex, because we can have it situated, if we visualize like this, and we could rotate it around the C-axis like this and actually machine the part complete all in one setting. So this kind of makes a neat part just to do on the demonstrate. It's not 5-axis, well, 5-axis position milling, not true, simultaneous 5-axis moves, but it'll show a 5-axis setup where we can machine all these angles and drill and tap all these holes and everything all in one setup. Here's the simulation in the cam software. I'm going to start this off. This rotating type of milling with the C-axis runs real slow in the simulation for some reason. I'm not really sure why, but I have to catch it here. So I got to kind of pay attention, so otherwise it'll run through the rest of the simulation so fast that you won't see anything happen. So got to pay attention with that. But sorry for the noise here. I'm over in the corner in this building next to my machine, and I don't know, all the sound bounces off the walls and in the machine, and it's very difficult to get a decent sound. I'm using a pretty good microphone here with I'm trying to adjust it so that it'll eliminate some of this noise, but just excuse the sound back here. I can't do any better than this. Okay, we're down to the 3-inch depth. This is a 1-inch carbide end mill. Slow it down here. This is a 3/4 inch 4-flute carbide end mill. We're going to mill the top steps off the part here and finish this back step. And then it's going to rotate around. Now on this face we're going to leave stock to support it when we mill out the pocket for the bezel of the camera. It's going to finish the top surface here. It's actually the bottom surface. And then the angles on the bottom. You may notice there's a little stock left there.
and then this angle on the top. Then we're going to face the two sides, finish the two sides faces. And then the 1/4 inch end mill. Here it mills this little notch in the back of the part by where the pipe thread is. Finish it and do the chamfer on the back of the part, 45 chamfer. It's going to come over and finish the end of the part. We're going to do this pocket where the bezel of the camera goes in. This is a trochoidal milling procedure. I think Fusion calls this adaptive milling. It was always called trochoidal before that. At least Fusion's the first ones to use that. So that it roughs it out with that, and then it's come back, finish the walls. Okay, then spot drill for the tap drills. Mill this little radius. This is kind of where the air is going to flow over, hopefully, down to the lens. 1/8 inch pipe tap drill, 1024 tap drill, 3/16 end mill to mill the counterbore for the clamp screw. There, and then it's going to mill a slot where the air passes through into the 1/8 inch tap drill hole. Drill the holes for the clamp screw, and that mills off the extra material that we left to support the bezel. 1024 tap, 1/8 inch MPT, slitting saw to slit the slit through there and part the part off of the stock back here. Now the idea here is we left some stock here. This should be 5/1000 of an inch thick, more or less, and that would help support this end here from vibrating around when we cut through there. Otherwise it would vibrate into the saw blade, and it could bend it, or at least, the very least, mark it up. And then this, we left a little bit of stock here so that we can break the part up. It won't fall off of there. At least that's the idea.